was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Downfield when he didn't have it, just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. Baron Browning charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like there's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Taken in at the 11. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the interception, here's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And here comes Berrios. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Here, we just have good ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Straight ahead is Hall, powering forward. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Now Wilson. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. In motion left is Wilson. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Wilson steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the conversion there. Now drive is starting with great field position. Is facing 4th down.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking
I'm getting bad at them. I'm getting the worst
interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams when a mistake happens,
like they're covered. These people are covered, dude.
Let it go.
What the
Hard
fuck?
to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now Gordon on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Wilson. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They run it again with Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this part of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken in at the 3. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very strong game in 24. They talked about it at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and he's just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh my God. Taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault, because to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes on that.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 46 yards on the ground for him so far. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Running guys over
4
there,
yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught
by
Davis.
What is this game?
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So turnovers, Charles, you figured would be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security. And no more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this turns into
what are you pump faking for? Throw it.
That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting,
Love
they
it.
didn't
My guy
exactly
didn't
share
want.
that
He
with
did
us,
not want to do
but
it.
I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Fucking throw it away.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play action. Now Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely that away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that
would not give you that guy.
Forcing it, he just tossed it away.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Here's Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to look deep for more. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it.
He shouldn't have caught it. That's garbage.
Touchdown, New York.
It's funny.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Let's go.
That's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. Throwing is Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. There's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon.
What is this game?
It's going to be stopped short. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
There. 14, buddy.
Wilson going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go in 4th. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And
he converted, and it's weird. Very strange conversion.
Paul want to give up the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Option play. Here's Hall. And he stopped immediately there. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Hall again. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Wilson to throw. Escaping and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. There's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. There's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
No way.
Throwing now is Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Wilson. They will find Judy, and they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, He's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Broncos, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.